disclaimer. Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Hey, I had saw this title for an article that said, why do women have fewer orgasms than men? Scientists have a brutal answer with your glass. Let's dive into this one because I always love a good topic about a good old ooh. Now, they said a new study has officially confirmed what most women have already suspected. When it comes to orgasms in a heterosexual relationship, okay? When it comes to the orgasm, the scales are normally tipped in one direction. It's giving you that Michael Jackson. You don't know? And they said that tipping does not go more towards the female side. It actually is more men climaxing than women. We understand, but everybody's different. So you do have to understand that people have to take their time to sexually please how you want to be pleased. Let the church say amen. Let them say yes. Moving forward. So some researchers came together. Now, I don't know if these researchers got problems, orgasm, or this was just another page in their chapter of books. But according to the City University of New York City, they asked 127 people in straight relationships to log their sexual lives over 3 business weeks, okay? They totaled 566 sexual encounters. Y'all was getting it in. Push it real good. Dun, 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 dun. Now, out of this survey, of this small study, the men orgasm 90% of the time, and women only hit it 54%. I know you're like, say what? That's a horrible, difference. Well, they said the study published in the Journal of Social and Personal Relationships, they introduced a term for this pattern. They called this orgasm pursuit gap, OGP. You know what OGP? Yeah, you know me. You know what OGP? And it refers to how much effort a partner puts into making a woman climax. And surprise, surprise, y'all failed. Absolutely failed. Your ugly ass failed. 0. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Okay? Now, again, it was only a small study, so don't come in my comments and well, I come all the time, Shaunie. I'm not talking about you. I'm saying in this little environment, they see that it's lopsided. So if you do this study over a mass of people, you're probably going to have more of a higher percentage of men versus women. But men have a stimulation that's right there at the top of their mushroom head. You can just blow on the penis like a Nintendo tape. And they'll probably like, ugh. Women have obstacles. Women is more mental. Men is more physical. So sometimes most women may not orgasm through penetration. They may like stimulation of the happy bump. You got to find out. But y'all, they're saying you're not trying to find out. You're not taking your time. You're not learning the body. You're not reading body language. But the way people popping out babies, I assumed everybody was like, Anyway, they said even when women are interested in orgasms, they often end up doing most of the work to get there. While their partners either assumed it would happen on its own or actually checked out. You know what? Let's keep reading. The author says a satisfying sexual experience depends on shared effort. You better preach. You better preach. And because it's uneven, they feel like women are being unsatisfied. I think that it's a dual-way street. There are men that are unsatisfied too, because sometimes they say that some women just lay there like a floppy fish. And then there's women that say men be going too fast and they have their climax too fast too. And then by the time they get to that special area, then the men either tap out and can't get back up, or a lot of people just can't get up because of their livelihood, drinking too much, smoking too much, have a bad diet. So your thing be giving jellyfish. And I don't know if you've ever tried to put if you've ever tried to put a gummy worm into a hole, it's going to break. It's going to be floppy. It's going to be like this. So I feel like no matter how many studies are done, regardless of what the studies are suggesting, you really have to learn your partner's body. Chemistry is everything. Sometimes people get aroused by some simple things. It may be the way you lick on their neck. It may be the way you kiss on their lips. It may be the way that you caress their body. But you got to pay attention to the body language and not bring what you see from TV into your bedroom if you're not going to read the body language of the person you're doing it to. Also, you can't bring some behavior from a previous relationship or situationship into the room with the person you're with, because everybody's body is built differently. And some people's vaginal canals are different. Some men's penises are different. Girth, length, of course, the way that you smell, your hygiene plays a role. Just making your partner feel wanted can give you an arousal that goes to infinity and beyond. But people are so busy, they saying you're distracted, you're not paying attention. So most times you have the sex toys that come into the bedroom, or maybe you might add somebody into the bedroom, or better yet, you just may break up because y'all not working out in the bedroom. And not getting satisfied during sex is probably one of the highest, outside of financial issues, one of the highest other reasons why people break up. So they're stating that they're trying to figure out how to get women to match the gap, close the gap of the 90 to 54 percentile. And again, that was one small environment. I'm not saying this is across the United States, but I know there are unsatisfied people, but we have to do the studies there to see what it is. Oh, what's up? All you can say is intimacy is important. Paying attention to your lover's love languages is important. Making sure you can de-escalate with stress is important. Make sure your timing is right. You don't want to rush. Just make sure that you set the mood properly. And then, of course, don't make sex feel like an obligation. Really come in there and woo somebody. Don't just be like, can I get them draws? Like, that ain't even romantic. Like, really get inside your mate's head to bring their sexual woo out of their body so they can feel it. Because when they get that climax, it's going to be so epic that they're going to be tired. They're not going to have time to go out in these streets because you're satisfying them in the sheets. Hello, while they bang, 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 skate, skate, with your little ass. But I think more conversations need to be had like this. I mean, back when I was in school, they had sexual education. They didn't teach us how to have sex, but they did show you how the dynamic of the, vaginal canal was and how the men's penis was. So people aren't learning. People are just hearing how to have sex from their friends, and they're just bringing that into the room. Baby, you really got to get your groove on. Now, sometimes you just may not be compatible with who you with. That's simple. But I really think that there's hope, but everybody does not climax through penetration, and some people only climax through stimulation. You have to figure out which one fits your scenario, and then do that thing that make y'all do that thing. Do you hear me? The church said yes. The church said yes. So again, it's not a race on who finishes first. And again, if you happen to finish because it's some good old, because sometimes you just got that good old. If you got that good old, then you're going to do what you got to do. But if you out here just doing it just because they're available, get out of that situation because you're wasting each other's time. But men, this article is about you. So I'm talking to you. Slow down. Don't feel an ego. Don't let your ego be the reason why you don't want to learn. And don't be intimidated that you may bust before you get to that pinnacle. Just try again. Like, what did Leah say? Dust yourself up and try again. Just really take your time and pay attention to her body, because sometimes women tend to just have sex with your ugly asses because they like other things about you and they settle for that thing that they're not getting. But you don't want that to be the reason, because when Mr. Right come around, or Mrs. Right, whatever preference they have, they gonna blow that person's socks off and they're gonna leave you. They're gonna leave you because they already was settling with your mediocre, blah, blah, blah. But either way, both parties pay attention to each other's bodies, okay? It ain't men are unsatisfied just as much as women are. Meet your mate where they at. Have fun in the bedroom. Create some stuff. I don't know if y'all need to be on that Diddy stuff, but do some stuff that's comparable to what y'all energies are. Don't be trying some new stuff. I saw a post of a man with a dildo on his chin, and it looked like he had doo-doo on his face. And I don't know what them people into, but only introduce things that y'all are introduced comfortably together. And if you got to bring toys in the bedroom, do so. I actually have a promo code I'll drop right here for you, because I do have a company that has some awesome sex toys, and boom, there you go. Add that to your sex life. If you're not into toys, then get you some body oils, do some massages, but make sure you never stop doing the things that y'all did to be in tune to each other, and pay attention to each other equally, because each party deserves to have that explosion. But baby, that article was cute. It wasn't long enough, because I need to know what race these people were. I need to know how many sex partners they had. Is this their first? I need to know other breakdowns, because did they have a baby, didn't have a baby? Because there's a lot of factors to why people haven't had the ability to climax. I need to know the other breakdowns of this study besides just seeing how many days they had sex. Like, I need to know there's other perimeters to why people don't feel like even having sex, let alone having sex and not being satisfied. Baby, get me that survey. Come on down to Texas and do a survey. I got some people I can put on the docket for you. Hey! And I mean that with all shade. But either way, I'm just a messenger. It's your girl, Shaunie B. If you're cool with your girl, gone food with your girl. Make sure you check out that website, though, at www.ShaunieBentertainment.com. Check out the fan gear option, drop donations, but never any pressure to do either of the two, because I see the likes, the shares, the comments, and it means the world to me. So I just want to say thank you from my lips to your ears for rocking with me. Let's hop in the comments. We're grown. We're grown. So don't be intimidated talking about sex. Don't be nervous talking about sex. At the end of the day, you love who you love for these features over here, and then the sex is a beneficial enhancement. But if you are not satisfied sexually, you may still love who you with, but it's going to be hard for you to be excited about doing it with them. And that's men and women. But make sure that if you can just slow down and just pay attention, even if they don't climax or orgasm, whatever word you want to use, they still enjoy the interaction. But everybody need a bus. So at some point, you got to do something else to get them off if that thing that you're doing isn't working. And that does not mean you catch an attitude. You just lean back like Fat Joe and say, do you like this? I want to do this. And then now you have something that both of y'all are satisfied doing. Don't be selfish and stingy in the bedroom. And just because you ain't got no complaints don't mean that you're not bad at it. Some people just don't know how to tell you because you always catching an attitude. But learn your partner's body and do that thing to make them feel good. Y'all have fun in the bedroom and wrap it up, because there's a lot of diseases out there. But again, I'm just the messenger. So until next time, next story, and I'm out this. Peace.